So today we're back with another interview. Today we are here with
Colin.
Hi Colin. So tell me, where are you from? What's your age? What are you working on at the moment?
Yeah, so I was born in Germany, but moved to the US when I was 6. So I'm from Chicago suburbs. I'm 21 years old. I'm currently in college, so I'm studying chemical engineering.
Nice.
But on the side, I've been working on multiple different projects. One of the biggest ones recently has been my photography account. So I run an Instagram and a YouTube channel for my photography, and I post content related to it, short form and long form. But I've been mostly focusing on short form recently. So that's kind of,
Nice. You almost got 10K on Instagram.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, almost there. YouTube is much better.
Yeah.
I think it's almost 20K.
Nice.
I've definitely slowed down on posting due to being in Ames, Iowa. So not too many things to shoot where I currently am. And I'm very busy with college. So I've decided to put my time into actually something new. My friend, we train calisthenics together.
Yeah.
So if you ever heard of calisthenics,
Yeah.
you probably know what that is. It's like body weight training. And we've been doing it for like 5 years now. And what he's done is started his own page, which has grown very successfully over the last year. And he's now doing online coaching.
Nice.
So he has a business where he coaches people to get better at calisthenics, learn new skills, improve their physique. And he's now doing paid coaching. So I'm working with him on improving that business.
Nice. That's maybe something I want to get into too, the calisthenics part, but because I go to the gym. But yeah, that's something I've seen on Instagram and it looks pretty sick.
Yeah.
But I've tried it myself. But yeah, of course, I don't spend much time on it. So yeah. So walk me back to when you got started with the photography, or yeah, just your journey.
Yeah, so I would say I started photography like 2 to 3 years ago. There were some inspirations from YouTube where I would see their videos and I'd be like, this is incredible. Like I think I've always had a enjoyment of photography or videography, right? Just from seeing early YouTube channels. There was a calisthenics guy that he made calisthenics videos, right? More like calisthenics vlogs, but they were very cinematic and that like really caught my eye. So I bought my first camera about 3 years ago and I kind of just took photos with my friends for fun sometimes, learned how to edit in Lightroom, watched a few tutorials, but most of it was just take a bunch of pictures and then the next day just sit in Lightroom for like 5 hours and learn how to edit. So I think if anyone's wondering how to edit, that's my best advice. Like just don't watch too many tutorials, just mess around with settings for hours on end until you get good at it. So yeah, I did shoots for my friends. Before I even started my page, I did some shoots for the calisthenics guy I was talking about. He has a clothing brand that sponsors him.
Yeah.
So we did shoots for that brand for him to get in the first place, and now that he's in, for him to, make sales.
Yeah.
So
I think I've seen it on your stories. Yeah.
Breed Divinity.
Nice.
Very good brand.
Nice.
Did a lot of that. And then very recently, actually this summer is when I started really posting on my photography page. I think I had a few photos up before then, but I had like 90 followers.
Yeah.
Right. Never really made an effort I never posted a reel. So I posted some photos, but not really any reels until the summer. I was in Arizona for an internship and there were a lot of car meets in the area.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll go take some photos of them and make some reels. And then I essentially realized that I could make good content and I committed to making one post a day forever. From that point on until, obviously I've slowed down, but it was one post a day for like 2 months and I was able to grow my following pretty good on multiple platforms. So that's kind of the story behind it.
Nice. So what would you advise to someone just getting started into the content space? Because you've obviously grown a lot. How would you advise someone to get started, or what are some insights to grow?
Yeah. I think my biggest advice would be, first of all, trying is free, right? So
Yeah.
making a post is free. This is the first time in history where the barrier to entry to something like this is so low, right? Because you are paying nothing to get started, right? If you wanted to start a business back in the day, you have to invest money, right? You have to buy a shop, you have to invest in stock. Here,
true.
it's all free. So first of all, there's zero reason to not be posting.
Yeah.
And second of all, the more you post, the more you learn. It's that simple. So if you're making 2 videos a week because you want it to be perfect, right? The videos may be better, but you will learn a lot less, right? You will have less data to look at. You will have, less videos to see how they did. And overall, it's a bad way to think about it. And I've been stuck in that. But my number one advice is get a video out a day, no matter what, and just commit to that regardless of how you feel about the video. Even if it's bad, put it out. I think that's pretty generic advice, but it is good advice. I don't think something being generic makes it bad. So
Yeah, that's true, because a few weeks ago I actually stopped posting every single day to try and improve my content and make these cinematic videos. But at the end of the day, I was growing less because my videos were just not good. They were not cinematic at all. So yeah, now I'm getting back to posting every single day. But yeah, so what do you believe about success? What's success for you?
It's a great question. Success to me, I think I've kind of realized that, you ask people what they want, right? And anyone can want anything, right? Wanting something is free. It doesn't take anything. But the people that actually get it are the people that have decided that they're willing to sacrifice X, Y, and Z to get what they want, right? So I think success is about sacrifice, right? And sacrifice comes in many forms. Mostly it's your time and your energy. But I think it also has to do with sacrifice, and it has to do with, as generic as it sounds, belief in yourself, right? If you don't see yourself getting to where you want to be, you'll never get there. If you don't have an end goal, if you say I'm just doing this, but you don't really think you'll get there, you probably won't get there. So it's about having an end goal, believing in it, and then putting in the time no one else is willing to put in. Just beating up the competition.
True. You gotta be delusional that you're going to
exactly.
get.
You have to lie to yourself. And then you'll get there in the end.
That's a nice answer.
No. Thank you.
So, what's the biggest lie we're being told about online entrepreneurship or making content?
Biggest lie. I think the internet is filled with a lot of different people that have influence over how you think. And I think people don't understand how a lot of these guys make their money, right? There are people like TJR, for example. He's a trader. And I think a good amount of people understand that he's made 90% of his money from selling courses, but some people think he's just a really good trader. Right? He may be a very solid trader, but it's called, the guru method, right? You learn something to a very insufficient level, and then you start selling a course on it. And a lot of people make their money that way, and I would advise against that. I would say making money on the online space is very simple. You find something you're good at, or you get good at something that other people are not good at, and then you find a way to market your knowledge. So like the dream life that everyone wants to live, right? Traveling, not working in an office, like doing this like entrepreneur. It's that simple. I think you can sell a product, and a lot of people are successful with that, or you can sell your knowledge. And when you sell your knowledge, now you're really free, right? Now that's what online coaching is, for example. That's selling. You've trained calisthenics for 5 years. You achieved a very significant level. Now you sell your knowledge of the sport to other people that are getting started. They get knowledge, you get money. And now you're making money online, talking to people. And that's the dream. I mean, to me, that's the dream. So
That's true. Yeah, but also I find it a bit sad because obviously there are many good coaches because yeah, you see them every day, but then there are some few coaches that are just scams, if I can call it like that, and I think that's also a bit bad, you know. But yeah,
Yep.
that's something I find. But obviously, the knowledge business is bigger than ever because also the margins you get on that. There's almost no cost into running such a business.
Absolutely. I think it's one of the, it's nothing's easy, right? But when I say easier, I think it's easier to market if you have a skill that people desire, right?
Yeah.
It's obviously harder to get there because to get there you have to achieve the skill, right?
Yeah.
And it took 5 years, for example, for my friend and I to learn what we know about calisthenics, right? So we have this knowledge, but 5 years is a lot, right?
Yeah, that's
If
a long
you
time.
are starting ground zero and you have no knowledge on something, it might be faster to learn how to market a product, right? Or start a clothing brand, something like that.
Yeah, true. So, what's something you tried but it completely failed?
Many things. I tried drop shipping, as I'm sure most other people on here or anyone listening that's tried things. Drop shipping is a model that works, by the way. I don't want to get it wrong. It is not a oversaturated anything. It is just one of the most difficult things to learn, depending on how you do it. Because when I tried it, you are doing everything on your own. You are sourcing, you are marketing, you're running ads. I mean, it is, everything is on you, and you're marketing a product that is most likely shit, right? So, and then you have to choose between organic and paid. So that's one of the things that I've tried for a long time with my friend. We both tried it together and honestly just failed, but I learned a lot from it.
Yeah.
And I do not regret it. Another thing I would say, so I've ran a semi-successful TikTok page. So I used to, this is where I learned how to make content, and I essentially made edits of streamers for money.
Yeah.
And got paid on that before I basically got banned for no reason. But that taught me a lot about content creation. And I think as far as skills go, right, I have the skill of photography, maybe not a pro level, but a pretty solid. But I would say my most valuable skill is my ability to make content that goes viral.
Yeah.
And that's a very valuable skill because A, you can apply it to any category of content creation. And B, you could also sell that knowledge. So down the road that there is potential in me selling how to make videos because I understand how to make good videos and I've proven it on multiple accounts, multiple different niches, and I will prove it again with my friend's coaching business. His videos will go viral and it will now not only pay through views, but pay through coaching clients. So
yeah. Because you got a few videos that did well over 1 million views. That's crazy. That's also something I'm trying to do now. And really to get people into the community, but that's something we'll talk about after the interview. But yeah, and when you talked about drop shipping, what I think about drop shipping, because I've tried it too, but there are so many things you gotta master, like running ads, doing the marketing, building the website, the suppliers and everything. I think to get started, it's just too many things you gotta know about and gotta master to be successful in that business. So what are your goals, let's say short term, for the next 3 months?
Short term, I would say I don't have a monetary goal. I have a goal to be as efficient with my time as possible because I'm in college right now, full-time, right?
Yeah.
Chemical engineering. I'm in my second to last year, and it's a very difficult major, honestly. And so I'm balancing that with working on the coaching business with my friend, making content for him, writing scripts, recording those scripts. And my goal is to spend every waking minute working on one of the two categories. So the goal is don't fail school and
Yeah.
grow the business as quick as possible. So it's one of those times in my life where I'm not going home. I'm not talking to other people. I'm just gonna work as hard as I can.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those time periods where you see it and you need to jump on it, right? You don't want to see a time period where there's a lot of growth and then kind of take it easy. So I think that's one of those times right now. Everything kind of fell together, and yeah, that's my goal.
That's true. What about long term? 5 years, 10 years? Yeah.
Yeah, long term, I see this coaching business going very far.
Yeah.
That's more, I think it's going to go very far short term, but long term, the scalability of it is unlike anything I've ever worked on, because outside of personal coaching, there's many avenues you can go that will increase the revenue. And for example, you can outsource coaching to other coaches in the space, right?
Yeah.
There are many calisthenics athletes out there that have incredible knowledge, even more than us maybe, but they have no idea how to market it. Yeah. So we could bring those athletes in, have them do the coaching. We take a % of the incoming payment from the clients, and then that can scale to crazy amounts. So that's definitely one long-term goal. The other long-term goal is after college, I want to travel the world. Yeah, that's my dream, and continue this photography account, making content, taking photos, and I think I can do that best by traveling. Yeah, obviously. So that's my goal, and I can 100% do that once this coaching business scales to a point where I can make 5-10K a month, and I can travel on my own, and that's my dream, honestly. So that's my two long-term plans for the future.
Yeah. Those are nice plans. And the traveling part, that's amazing, because I went on a solo trip, I think it was 4 weeks ago, and it was amazing. It was not far or long, but yeah, just travel, be somewhere else. Yeah, it motivates you. It's very nice.
You gotta tell me about that, man. Sounds fun.
Yeah, I will. So, wait a second. So, what's a resource, a book, or a person that actually changed the way you think?
Very easy answer, Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate, #1 inspiration. Very controversial guy. I think more people are waking up to his real message. But that guy truly changed my life. I think if you really look at the messages he preaches, and if you look at the life he's lived and the success he's found and the reason he's found it, I take many ideas from him. Yeah. And it's really changed the way I think about business, about life, about, emotions versus logic. And 100% easy, without a doubt. That's my #1 inspiration. And I would advise anyone watching to, go through his videos. And I think it takes a certain level of maturity to filter the way he says it from what he says, of course. But you can take so much valuable insight if you can get past that, take the jokes as they are, and understand what he's really saying in his message. Because you don't have to agree with everything, but many of the things, if you apply them, your life will get better.
Yeah, that's true. Especially filter out, like you said, the jokes and everything, because that's what get in the news, why most people hate him. Because when you can filter that out, he's actually giving good advice. And I have the same thing, that's true. So, what's the biggest mistake you see online entrepreneurs or just people like us make?
Giving up too fast is, for me, the #1 mistake. And it sounds, it's of course generic, but I think when something's generic, it's probably generic because it applies to so many people. Yeah. So I think, and I would say this applies to me as well. I think, looking at myself, one of my biggest flaws is that I've started a lot of projects or certain topics, whatever, that have been semi-successful, and then I move on to a new one because I maybe don't see the scalability of this one, or whatever reason it might be. And sometimes I think to myself, where would I be if I had stuck to it?
Yeah.
If I had not switched? And I think that's for me, I switch after I find some success. For most people, they switch within a week of trying it and failing.
Yeah.
And anything that's worth being good at takes a long time to be good at.
Yeah.
So to quit after that short of time because it seems impossible is 100% the biggest mistake that people make.
True. That's true. So where can people find you? Obviously you're working on the photography and the calisthenics part. Which pages should they check out? Yeah, you can say your ads.
Yeah,
everything.
so I have my Instagram is I think it's colin.m.photo.
Yeah.
And then my YouTube is CGM photos or CGM_photos, and then TikTok is the same as Instagram, so you can find me there. That's where I post my photography content. I also have a calisthenics account that's much smaller, but that's where I post my more day-to-day workouts and things like that. That's colin.m.cali. So if you guys want to check that out, feel free.
What's the account from your friend of the coaching business? Because I want to check that out.
Yeah, it's anton.sw.
Okay, nice. So is there anything else you want to add to the interview or ask about? Yeah.
I think I've said a lot of what I wanted to say. I would just say, whatever you want to do, go into it with the mindset of I'm going to do this every day, regardless of the results I find, and see what happens after 3 months.
Yeah.
That would be my biggest advice. I've done that twice in my life, really significantly, or 3 times, I would say. Once was with the edits account, where I posted every day, regardless of how many views it got, and just got in the rhythm of it, and eventually it worked. Yeah. I did it with the photography account, where it also worked, and I used that knowledge. And I've done it with, I did a little reselling business as well on Facebook. So that's my number one advice. Do something every day, regardless of how successful it is. Keep learning, and you will see after a certain amount of time, it will start to pick up.
Yeah, true.
As long as you analyze your mistakes.
Yeah. Colin, thanks for being here. You're very smart and you have some good insights, so it's a valuable interview. So thank you.
Thank you.